So, welcome back to another video. Going to give our yows a bit of a change here. You'll see why now in a second. We've been using these yows to clean off these paddocks down here, and this field down here has been getting on grand with it, cleaning off it. The heavy rain now has left it, regardless of what happens, it's just going to be a swamp. So, as this field is the field that we'll be bringing the ewes and the twin ewes home to early, we're going to take them off it, because you don't want to muck it up too much. Actually, it's not too bad. I was expecting it to be worse, but we're going to let them back into the other paddocks and give them a bit of a change. But you can see what dung is in the field from them being fed on it. Of course, there's one caught in the hay rack, and this that's caught in the hay rack was born in the mountain in 2020, in the summer of 2024, I think. So, but now you can see the wet on the slop. So rather to avoid getting things broke up, getting tractor stuck. So she is, her mother's a Dorset and her daddy's a Wilder. So just let them, and they're gone. They don't have to be asked twice. So she came out with not too bad. So, because we use this field for fixing up the ewes and lambs, like when they're born, you let them down here and that when they're there too old. You want to off, but you don't want to make it into a muck hole. So hopefully now we can recover nicely. So we have a nice dry hard area there to feed them in, and it's nice and sheltered. Yeah, and they're going to be out here in this paddock then as well. And the advantage of this is that they've all down here to come around and graze, which we want next March. And they can clean off this paddock when they're here too. And this is the paddock we done last winter. We got fixed up for the ewes, but like these couple of paddocks got more graze now with these paddocks, with the field divide, than I ever did beforehand. Like there's loads of grass on that. We've had ewe lambs on it, I've had rams on it, and now it just needs to be cleaned off. So that's what the ewes are going to do. And we leave them here now till it's cleaned off, and then when it's a bit further into getting to tipping time, hopefully then we'll have this paddock and this paddock then to tip whatever ewes that's not in lamb. So it'll depend on the numbers. Whoever's not in lamb, we'll use a smaller paddock to tip them, and then the bigger one to run the ewes over to graze them, getting them ready for scanning. Scanning's in a few weeks. So, but that's it. Look, it's the rams are there beside them, and if there is any of them going to come around, at least then when they come around in October, there, the ram effect could be a good thing to have with them. And plus with this paddock, when we come to feed them the soils, we can just shut them in and there won't be a hobble on them. So in the last video we were getting the shed cleaned out, and I said that I wanted to try and get things a bit handier, a bit organised. So in one of the podcasts later in the year, I asked people what did they do with the plastic silage wrap and all that, and said to me that to make these crates, put the plastic into one bag, put the netting into another bag, and you have them in the corner of the shed and you fill up the bags. So I actually thought it was a great idea, but it wasn't something I ever had thought of, because I used to use one of these Play-Doh boxes. So you'd leave it in the corner of the field, you fill it up and you fill it up, and great job. But then naturally enough, sure, once she gets full, be overflowing, and then also, sure, like hard to get out of the bottom of it. It was hard to get loaded, so got a bit of hardship with it. So kind of wanted to eliminate that this year. So at least now we have this set up this year, and so I've been using this box for the last while when I've been feeding the Dorsets to put the bit of plastic into. And we've got sawdust in, a bit of sawdust in, and I've got in some pallets to get underneath the straw. So The first job will be to put a bit of lime down where the pallets and all is going, straw is going. Do that first and then get the straw in. So, not sure how much I'll get to show in this video, how much I've got done, but hopefully by the next one it'll be up and running and all systems go. And I got some hay racks today. They're nice light ones, and they're the ones with the pins. See, I push them over. Yeah. So yeah, so the ones with the pins. So I've used, they've won them with the Dorset jaws. So I just said I wanted something that I could move around in the shed that hadn't a hole in it, that wasn't broke up, and it wasn't a nuisance. So the bed size and that one in the field seemed to work quite well. So whether I want one in the shed or two in the shed, I don't know, but I have 3 there in case I need them. And also, last year and the year before, we had a bit of a problem going with silage going off at the bottom of the feeder. So if anybody had any suggestions as to how or why that could be avoided, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could leave a comment for me. So we have made a bit of a start on the shed. The straw's in the corners, and we have the straw here ready to go down, and we have white running out lime some of it. So thing is, it's what's going to hold it up is if I'm bringing back the store lambs to finish them in this, I'll have to block off them trucks. So that's what's going to hold it up. So now we have here, we just 2 trucks over. So we're going to try and keep here to get a hay rack into it and see if we can work towards getting a handy that this pen and this pen maybe can eat out, all pens can eat out 1 hay rack. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but something I want to try. And then the other problem we do have is, because it's an old shed, these stumps here, and then your gate is up that much off the ground. So, you know, you don't want to destabilise the foundations, like, but I would like to have a few gates hanging. But it's just quite kind of awkward to have them hanging there at the moment. So, and same here. So just we'll see what happens. So hopefully by the time you come back to the next video, I'll have this shed full with different sheep between store lambs and small yow lambs and little bits and pieces, and we'll see how it goes. But we had a war truck over there that was leaking, and we got it fixed. And we have the one over here that was over here, it's fixed as well. But look, it's a little bit of progress, and sure, look, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you know, she got a lot of sheep farms to be working as well, so you don't get to get everything done exactly the way you want it when you want to do it. So hopefully we'll make a bit of progress soon. So thanks all very much for watching, and chat to you all very soon.